Hey guys, so for this video I'll be doing an unboxing and a review and little chat regarding April. I wanted to talk about them because I don't see anyone really talking about them at all. And maybe some people are just missing out on them. So before I start showing you guys what it looks like inside, if you haven't seen it, I always like comparing them to a jewel case because everyone knows what a jewel case is like. So here, compared to the size of the album, that's how big it is. This is just what I would call the classic K-pop packaging. This is the way to go if your company doesn't have money, because I hate jewel cases, and when sometimes they try to be too creative with the packaging, it just messes up. But this is a really good, solid packaging for April. So this is what the front looks like, what the back looks like. Okay, so the disc, there's nothing really behind it, but this cardboard holds the disc together with this foam. And I really like when the cardboard restricts the disc from moving, because what happens sometimes is that they don't have this cardboard to prevent the disc from moving, and what happens with that is that this foam just disappears or falls off if you don't take good care of the album, which is really annoying. So I really appreciate that every single packaging that has this type of foam but restricts it with cardboard. And I bought this without the photo cards because I'm short on money, but I wanted to support April, and I'm thinking of actually buying all the other releases. So, but I'll talk about why later on. So I'll show you guys what it looks inside if you haven't seen it. I'll pass through this pretty quickly. If you want to look at a certain picture, you can stop the video. I think she's really pretty. Okay, so this photo book kind of reminds me of a combination between the photo book for GFriend's LOL. They have two versions. They have a Laughing Out Loud and Lots of Love packaging concept kind of thing, and this kind of is a mix between it. So this isn't completely original, but I'm not gonna just get angry about it, but it's really similar because you have this really innocent looking concept with a lot of white, and then you move on to this little kind of retro look. So that's what the GFriend's LOL photo books were like. But I don't mind. I like the pictures. They're really pretty. To me, they're one of the prettiest girl groups. Like from the rookies, they're one of the prettiest girl groups. So we have the lyrics, more lyrics, and a final shot with the girls' credits. You can't really see because of the pastel colors with the white. And then DSP media information. Okay, so now to talking about April. So I was here for this group since they debuted, but when Somin left, and then what was that? I don't even remember. I think her name was Hyunju. I think that was her name. She left as well, and it just seemed like it was gonna go down the same way Ajax was going to turn out. But I think I hope, and I'm praying DSP is going to change this year. And I see it already with the promotions for Card, and there was another comeback announced for April, and the comebacks are being received very well, and I think things are going to pick up. That's what I'm hoping for. But I thought they were going to go the same route as Ajax or Rainbow, and they were just DSP was going to forget about them. But that's the only group they have right now. Basically, the only group besides Card that they have under their roster, because Ajax has just disappeared. If they come back, it will be a miracle. And I feel really bad for them. So, Rainbow has left DSP, and they only have April. We got 2 new members, which are Rachel and Chekyun. So, I don't know everyone. I think I know everyone by heart now, since I looked at the photo book. I know every girl now. And here's the thing. I actually was a little bit disappointed with this release at first. But for some odd reason, I decided to give it a second listen. Not really a second listen. I listened to this again like a month later, and then I was like, okay, I like this a little bit more. And then I listened to it this month, which is March. So 2 months later, and then I was like, okay, this is like worth maybe actually looking into the album. And I was pleasantly surprised with the album. And I like April's story now, the title track for this, a lot more than I did in the beginning. And this is like one of the few groups that I make the exception for this type of sound. This group, overall, most of the members are really young. And I don't mind them doing this type of concept. If they do like a extremely sexual thing, it's going to look really awkward and just kind of inappropriate, because Jinsol, I think she's like 15 years old now, or like 14 or something like that. But she's quite young. But this girl, she has so much talent. I hope that she gets the recognition she deserves. This one has a lot of talent. She carries everyone in this group, along with Chaewon. And I hope the other girls like start improving, and it seems like they are with every other comeback. So this is my first April album. I'm probably going to get the new release that they have, which is rumored to be in April, which is kind of fun since their name is April. So they have one other comeback. I don't know if it's going to be a mini album or a single. If it's a mini album, then DSP, wow. The sales for their albums have increased, so that means they're getting higher response from the public. The song ranked higher, and a lot of this has to do with the addition of Chaewon. Chaeyoung into the group. I don't mind her being in this group. I am very glad she's able to finally be a part of something, because she was part of, what was that group's name that DSP had? Well, they had a group that they debuted in Japan. I completely forgot their name. It's Purity. Yeah, that was their name. And they were a bunch of DSP trainees, and then they disbanded like a year after. So this girl has like been desperately wanting to sing. So I really, really support someone who doesn't give up. And she was eliminated from the Kara project. She got put into a group that disbanded in a year after that didn't do anything. She participated in Produce 101, barely was like almost making it to the actual group. So she is persistent. She's someone who I think is like worth looking up to. And, you know, she is talented, not the best vocalist, not the best dancer, but she is good. I don't have any problems with her. And then the only issue that I have right now is my girl Rachel from Portland. So she's the other new member, and apparently she has no lines in the title track. I understand that I don't think she has even trained that much, but I hope that they give her like at least 3 seconds of a song at least. And hopefully she gets to train vocally when they take like little breaks, because if she's being put into a group, I don't think it's fair for her to, or her fans, for her not to have any lines. Like, she doesn't get anything in the title track, and I don't know what she sounds like, so I can't distinct her voice when I hear like the other songs in this, because they all sound pretty similar, and most of the songs are like, I would say 60% or 70% are like carried by Jinsol and Chaewon, which I don't mind. They're the main singers. I really love their voices. It's like, she's so high pitched and she's really soulful. I'm really, really, really excited for what's going to come from April. So please give them a try, give them a chance. I love that this album includes some of their previous singles. So we have Dream Candy, Moi, and Snowman. Sadly, they didn't include Tinkerbell, and I think they should have included. I don't know if Chaewon, I keep saying Chaewon, Chaeyoung and Rachel get to sing in these new versions. But if they are singing in the new versions, then great, because that's a rebirth of April, kind of. And yeah, it would have been nice to include Tinkerbell into this, but they didn't. I really want to get that album, though. Tinkerbell was one of my favorite songs last year, and that's why I was excited to hear what was going to come from April. And I'm glad that they have continued their sound, like their April sound. Dream Candy was very similar to what they're doing now, and until they reach more of a mature age, I don't mind them keep doing the sound. It's age appropriate, and they're getting more support with each release. So people are liking, and now they're getting to understand what April is about. Other than that, yeah, please support their next comeback, or at least check it out. If anything, this album as a whole is pretty cohesive. The songs blend well together. I really like the second and third track in this mini, and obviously I love the singles. And the April Story, the title track, it takes a few listens if you don't like it at first, but my issue with the song is that it just stayed, it didn't go anywhere. But it's like, I guess it's like the charm of the song. It's like you can listen to it basically any time of the year. But yeah, I didn't, but it's not out of this world. I think if I were to say title tracks, Tinkerbell's still up there, but who knows what they're going to release in April. And yeah, aside from that, I'm really excited for Card as well. Support both April and Card so they get to release more music. And yeah, so look out for April, because out of the rookie girl groups, I think they're the ones that have this special potential, but they're often overlooked because they don't get to promote as much, or DSP doesn't have that much, or isn't that great at like showing exposure for their groups. So other than that, I know I mentioned like I'm trying not to get into like newer groups, but from the very few ones that I've gotten into, it would have to be obviously GFriend, and they have robbed my heart. Then it would be Oh My Girl, and then April and Cosmic Girls. So I also talked about this in Google Plus when they were first released, because I was gonna pre-order this, and I didn't like the title track that much at first, and now I like it, so I bought this. So I will be trying to get the Cosmic Girl album this year if I have some extra money, because I like this song now, but it's not as good as Secret. but it took a few listens too. So yeah, listen to that. So all the ones that I am like, all the newer groups are kind of coming out at the same time this year, with GFriend already releasing, Oh My Girl rumored to release something, Cosmic Girls already released something, and then April's coming back. So this is like my little talk about just new girl groups and April in general. So this is my recommendation, since everyone seems to be just talking about Twice and not really paying attention to other girl groups that are releasing other great material. So yeah, so look forward to a haul for basically SNSD. Yeah, because I need to get those albums. But I'm really glad I finally have this. So thank you guys for watching. If you want me to talk about anything else, obviously you can comment down below. I'll be answering some of the questions from my Q&A as well, and I will do a series of those because I've gotten a lot of questions. Other than that, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.